Hey Laura, thank you for joining in.
Thank you for having me.
I was really looking forward to our conversation, and I was like, "Are you gonna take a rain check or something?"
Take a rain check. Why?
Because I thought that you were not answering, so I thought we were supposed to meet at 11 p.m. and then like it's been like 12, 13 minutes. So I thought, does she have like any commitment or something like that?
11 p.m.
Yeah, I guess
I
due to
thought
the
it was
time
I
difference.
thought it was at 11. I thought it was 11 a.m.
No, it's 11 p.m. right now. But it's all right
No,
anyway.
no. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, Laura, like, can you take us through a normal day in your life?
A normal day. Let's see. Well, I get up about 4 in the morning and I spend about 3 hours getting ready for my day, which usually consists of exercising and walking my dog and doing chores and playing with puzzles and watching some vertical dramas and just getting ready. And
And rest.
then I take off and I go to a school site and then I go ahead and I work. So I don't know if you know my what I do.
Yes,
So
you have like multiple pies in your like your hands are in multiple pies. I've seen your like you have listed a lot of things.
well, I'm an adapted PE specialist with Los Angeles Unified School District, and I was thinking of, I know you work with, you're teaching English, right? That's your
Yes,
thing.
yes.
So a lot of people don't know what an adapted PE specialist does. What we are PE teachers in special education, and I work with preschoolers all the way up through high school. Right now, I have 5 school sites. So I have 4 elementary and 1 middle school. And I'm also on B schedule, which means I'm doing summer school as well. So during the day, I usually have 2 school sites that I go to. And then on one of the days, I commit just to assessing because I have to test, do that. And so our job consists of a lot of physical activity, but not only that, but we have to write a lot of reports. So
Uh,
we are doing assessments, performance level reports, um, big reports, which are triennials, which are 3-year reevals and things like that. So there's a lot of writing involved, and you make goals for our students. So right now, my caseload is a little under 40, but that doesn't include um, all the preschooler PAL classes that I have. And then also I'm a big advocate for inclusion, which means that I pull in students or I collaborate and co-teach with general education teachers so that we have big groups of about 30. So I've got one SPED class, which is special ed class, and one general ed class, and then we bring those together. And that's usually in the elementary level. In the secondary level, I find that the PE teachers do not want anything to do with APE. I've tried very hard to collaborate with the Gen Ed PE teachers, but they just do not like, they don't want anything to do with it. I think they feel that our students are a liability, so they don't want anything to do. So that's fine. I just work with my caseload, and it's very frustrating.
got it.
Let's, yeah, so, but I love it. It's the best job I've ever had. I subbed for 15 years first, when my daughters were little, and then um, I actually even wrote a book. It's called Mrs. White Subsnips. It's a
Yes,
graphic novel,
yes.
and it's really funny. I think it's really funny. And it has 60 like cartoons that stood out to me of real life mishaps being a substitute teacher, and it's just really fun. But then from there, I went into general education, and I taught in in the classroom. So I've taught continuation high school. I taught English, which is
Wow.
interesting, because that's you got a master's in that, right?
Yes.
Two
And
masters.
presently I'm pursuing PhD as well.
Good for you. Okay, so anyway, so um I was a really good speller, you
Really?
know. I was a really good speller because I taught English.
Oh,
But now that I'm an adapted PE teacher, my spelling has gotten really bad. So I was thinking of what I could like tell some of your English
well,
students
yeah,
is that even though I'm an English you know, person, I speak English since birth. That's the only one that I know actually. I mean, I took Spanish and I took French, but English is, what I do daily,
mm,
and you can lose your spelling
definitely.
momentum.
Yeah. And in today's world where everything is like on autocorrect mode, like people, gone are the days where people have to remember, like memorize the spellings. Like I am kind of a old school guy, so I write down all the things. So because of that, I feel like I have good command over spellings. I've like literally make notes in my notebooks, and I make my own curriculum. I keep on like I've curated 5 to 6 books of spoken English, communication skills, accent reductions, all the things, amalgamation of English. So I have the habit of doing that. I don't do anything on my laptop. So I guess because of that, I'm in touch with writing part.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to tell you right now
Hmm.
that if you went and did something else, you would start to lose some of that skill because you start to forget the spelling.
Okay,
It becomes kind of like, okay. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I thought your English students would appreciate that. Um, but
definitely.
I- but I've taught getting back to the general classroom. What I've taught secondary English, English as a language, second language, computers. I've also taught elementary school, second and third grade, and I've taught, like I said, high school. It was high school. It was continuation high school. That was tough, and that was interesting. Uh, and and I've taught math. Let's see, math and science at the middle school, history, English, ELA, and computers, middle school, and elementary. So I've done a lot. And it seems like LAUSD, our school district, which is the second largest in our nation here in America, um, they want teachers mostly for secondary, or they need a lot of people for secondary, which is like middle school and high school, because a lot of teachers just want to teach elementary, because the kids are nicer, they
Yeah,
want
that's
to,
right.
they're more responsive.
Yeah, they
So
don't have to deal with the hormones, I guess.
yes, you're right. And I had to fight to get into elementary. So I got into elementary. But then the principal at the last job that I was in was at an elementary school. She was actually harassing me, and she was writing me up, uh, trying to get me in trouble. So I thought, you know what? I don't like this micromanaging stuff. So I'm going to go find something that I can do. And I found adapted PE, and I have an authorization in dance and in PE. And I had there was a grant that was free for teachers for a 2 summer adapted PE authorization program at the Chico State. I did that for free, and and you just did that for 2 summers, and then you do like an online class, and that was it. And I became an adapted PE teacher, and LAUSD just went, "Yay, we want you, we need you." So I've been doing that this is my 11th year as an
Yeah.
adapted PE teacher.
And remind me again, Laura, I'm kind of naive about that word PE. What does it mean? PE?
Oh, I'm sorry, physical education.
Physical education. Okay. Like physically, like something that you have to do physically, like
Right. So let me just tell you the areas that APE works on. we follow the California state. I'm in California. So California PE state standards, that's what we follow, but we modify all the activities in the following areas. So we have adaptive behaviors, which we look at. These are behaviors that prevent a student from successfully obtaining access to a regular general physical education curriculum program. Okay, so we look at that. We also look at locomotor skills, which are movement patterns through space. Okay, like skipping,
Okay.
jumping, side to side slide, galloping, those kind of things. Then we also look at object control, like how is the student striking, kicking, hitting, throwing, catching, in all the different realms of the sports, and those kind of things.
Mhm.
We also look at physical fitness. How are they with endurance, strength, flexibility? And that also pertains to the fitness gram, which is here in California. And the state is mandated that they have to take the fitness gram,
Got it.
fifth, seventh, and ninth grades. And right now, we're right in it, fitness gram testing. And I already did that already. And let's see. So that's a really important thing. That started off as the President's Fitness Challenge from the United States. And what they did is every state kind of, you know, I think they just kind of take it and if I'm correct, I think they kind of tweak it to how they want to do it. But it's the fitness gram. That's what we do. And then also we do, see, that's fitness. Oh, and the last one that we do is perceptual motor. And this has to do with like vestibular, sensory, auditory, any kind of like a sense that the body processes things from coming from the outside in and how to respond to that environment. Okay, mostly we look at balance for that one. So we're doing things like alternate hopping, like right hop, left hop in a number of rhythmic patterns, those kind of things. So it's an encompassment of all those different things.
Yeah. And I feel like it's also a rigmarole, like a lot of things, and like some of the things that you are saying, it's like I've never heard it before. I guess we don't have this thing over in India, like this kind of meticulous process or something.
Well, that's something that's interesting you're bringing up because this actually crosses with or blends in the same as occupational therapists
Okay.
and physical therapists. We all kind of are in that same kind of umbrella because we're working on, the gross body. Occupational therapists work more with fine motor. We work more with like gross motor, like larger muscles. Because the
Hmm.
occupational therapists, they do things like writing, sewing, like cutting. And then the physical therapists, they're looking at the body, and how they transition from like sitting to standing, moving from one place to the other. But we're all on part of this team. We have what's called an individualized educational plan, which is called the IEPs, and that's part of our job. And that what we do is we work as an IEP team where we all come together for the student, and we do that annually. And then we have to, respond, give our observations, and we interview, and we do use past records, and we bring all that together to try to help the student so that we give them like a goal, and then we work with them throughout the year. So we give them like service minutes, usually like 30 minutes or 60 minutes a week. And then with the secondary, we have them for a period. We get a whole period every day at the middle school or high school. So that's like about 55 minutes every day. And then we have to give grades out for secondary. So
Wow, fascinating. And what about your personal workout plan? Like Laura, are you more into like strength training, yoga, Pilates? How do you do
Oh,
like make yourself physically fit?
oh, well, that's an interesting question. I'm kind of up in years. I'm not exactly a spring chicken. So so what I do is I've been doing this as a part of my daily routine. Like I get up early, like I said, and I do like a half an hour. Actually, right now I'm dealing with a frayed labrum. I don't
Hmm.
know if you know what that is. That's the pad that's inside the hip joint.
Okay,
It's
got
it's it keeps it like
for
uh
the mobility.
moist,
Okay.
moist and also protects it. Mine's frayed. It's been torn. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the process of going to physical therapy for that and then seeing an orthopedist to fix that. So it makes my life kind of challenging because I have to navigate around that pain. So what I do, like right now, I do recovery, stretches, exercises, and but I walk. I walk a lot with my dog. I walk with him in the morning and then I walk with him in the evening. So that's what I do. I'm very, very active. I mean, I do like I've
Yes.
got my little,
Yeah.
I wear two watches. So I've got so I've got so I have one that I wear uh
I
to
can
help
see,
me.
Laura, honestly, like you are giving kind of like, this Linda Hamilton vibes from Terminator. Recently, she appeared in Terminator film, and she is like, it reminds me of her. You reminds me of her. Like you have
Oh
that,
my gosh. She
yeah.
was intense. She was intense. I don't know. But yes, I'm very physical. How about you? Do you what do
Yeah,
you do?
like I'm not sure. I'm a yoga trainer, certified yoga trainer. Like, can you see this logs? Sorry, blocks and little bit. These things are also there, dumbbells. So, like, the point is yoga and like I've uploaded videos as well on my YouTube. Yoga is big part of my life, and yeah, food also. Like I tend to refrain eating outside food, junk food. I'm not really into that. I don't have like any like drink. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So I live a really healthy life. And yeah, uh, for me, like health comes first. Yeah, it's
Well,
first.
that's fantastic. I don't drink or smoke either. And I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee.
Oh, that's
Everybody else around me loves coffee. My daughters love coffee. My husband loves coffee, but me, no, I hate it. I don't like it.
wow. No,
Um,
I'm a big time coffee drinker. Like I drink coffee. Yeah, I'm also like
but
recently. I'm not sure, Laura, you about like I've recently started taking creatine as well. Uh,
take
creatine.
what?
Creatine. Are you familiar with that? Creatine. Uh,
Oh, clarify. What do you mean?
it's a kind of a substance which is good, like it's already produced in our body, which is good for recovery, which is good for keeping the energy levels high throughout the day. Creatine. Once you search it, I guess you probably know. I'm not sure. It's a like usually most of the people take it. All the people who are into fitness thing,
Is
take it.
it is it spelled Creatin?
Yeah,
Okay, I've heard of it, but I would have to go research it a little bit more.
please do, please do. So yeah, next time when we do podcast part two, you can share your.
Okay.
And apart from walking, what else do you like to do, Laura, in your downtime?
Well, I'm really into vertical dramas right now. I mentioned that before. Do you know about vertical dramas? Oh
I
my,
do K dramas. A lot of my students are into that. Enlighten me about vertical dramas.
oh, Janelle, I'm like a just ask my husband. He's like, gosh, Laura,
Wow.
I watch it while I'm getting ready for work or like when I'm eating alone or getting ready for bed and stuff. I just love them. They're just so much fun. There was started from the Asian culture. They have it's $1 billion business, and what it is, they're like telenovelas, but they're vertical, made for your phone or the
What?
iPad. And
Yeah.
so, have you
Okay.
heard of those? They're
Yeah.
they're romance billionaire dramas, and they're soap operas, and they have like there's mafia, there's like the Lycan King of werewolves. Then they also have like the regular, like the Cinderella type stories, those kind of things. It's
Oh,
fun.
got it. Got it. Yeah. I have a colleague and she was watching this the other day and I didn't know what she was doing. Yeah. So, yeah, now I got it. Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
And the other thing I really like to do is read the paper every day. We have what's called the Daily News, the Los Angeles Daily News, and they have a great brain teaser section where they have like uh, crossword puzzles, and then they have like up and down puzzle, and then they have a Sudoku, but I don't, you know what Sudoku is, right? But I don't like that one. For some reason, I just don't like that one, but I like everything else.
Interesting. A lot of people say that solving that, like puzzles or be it Sudoku, it increases your cognitive skills, critical thinking. Do you think, is that true, Laura?
Well, I don't know. For me, it's an escape because on my mind, I'm let's see, how can I say that? My mind's always working, and I'm always creating and moving forward. And so when I'm working on puzzles, I'm focusing, and it relaxes me.
Like
You know,
it's
'cause-
conducive for you to blow up some steam, I guess.
yeah, I guess you could say that. It's just a way of like doing, just focusing on fun stuff,
Mm,
just
makes
to
sense.
do that.
But even if you are doing that, you are still doing something productive, which is a good thing, I guess.
Yes.
And I was about to ask you, yeah, Laura, like now in India, a lot of children are into junk food. They are suffering from obesity. So, as you are someone who is into this education field for more than 2 decades, so what's the situation over there about children, about their health?
Well, you're right on target there, Janelle, because that's how it is here. I mean, everybody sits in front of the computer. They're watching video games. They're very sedentary.
Mm,
So, if as part of my job is to keep them busy or active, like we do musical fitness, just to keep them busy. But that's something that we are working on, definitely. Because there's so much junk food out there.
oh, definitely, and that's the thing that children like. They don't like to eat healthy food. So yeah, like
I know it's true. So it's like you've got to be creative. Like instead of using jam on bread, you just cut up a strawberry and put it on, like put it on bread, or just try to do things a little differently.
and
Like drink non-fat milk instead of whole fat milk, and no soda and
yeah,
juice. How about orange juice? Look at that. A nurse even told one of my classes a long time ago, said that orange juice has more sugar than you should really, take in.
packaged
And
orange juice, right? That's what
just
you're.
yeah, regular orange juice, and that you should actually, if you're going to drink a cup of juice, you should do half and half, half water and half juice, because it's
Yeah.
very strong with sugar.
Wow.
So that's something I kind of learned.
Like I
Uh,
do drink juices, but like here, like in my home, like we do it naturally. We don't have the juices with preservatives, like packet juices. We do it. Are you referring to packet juices, Laura, or the
no,
natural?
regular juice.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, regular orange juice is very concentrated with a lot of sugar, natural sugar.
really? Okay, got it.
Yeah, but I mean, those packs that you're talking about, if you look at the ingredients, just read the ingredients. And the first one usually is like, well, they'll say like water or carbonated water, right? The
Yeah.
second one will be sugar. Because
Yep.
if you took off, like for example, you got rid of the water out of those sodas, You probably have like about 3/4 of sugar in there. I mean, it's a lot of sugar. So it's good just not to have the soda. Just
Uh,
don't, just drink water.
hmm.
You could put fruit in it, like, put some cherries or strawberries or grapes or something in the water. Or, what's really fun too is to take, make like ice cubes and put fruit in the ice cubes and then drop the ice cubes in the glass. And then it's really fun because you have some fruit in there.
Drink. And Laura, a lot of people take teaching or teachers for granted. So, I want to know that if, is teaching a good career option in the United States? Like, do people opt for teaching, or is it something they do out of compulsion?
What was the last word that you said?
Compulsion, they do it because they have to do it to make the ends meet, or is that their burning desire that they want
Oh,
to be?
I see. Um, I think that teachers have been getting a bum rap. They have not been treated well. Now they're not being treated with a lot of respect.
Mm,
It seems like the students pretty much have this entitlement thing going on where it's like it's all about me, like I come first. So that, and then a lot of this thing with the COVID that hit, you can see that definite difference in the maturity level of a lot of these students who are coming in right now. They're at one of the elementary schools that I have, fourth grade. A lot of this, like I talk to the teacher a lot because we co-teach, right? I love this teacher. She's excellent. Um, anyway, she told me that the kids are like so tough because they were coming along during COVID and they're just like whiny. They're unable to cope with things. They're not able to share. They're not able to, give back. So with all of these things going on, teaching is very difficult. And then also with um, I'm just saying this in California here because of the prices of everything. Everything's very, very expensive. I mean, my daughter can't even afford to buy a house here in California.
right. Yeah.
Uh, she's 36
Oh, okay.
and she's living. She has a job. She's living in by Las Vegas right now. She has a great job. But
Wow.
I mean, she wants to come back to California, but it's like, how is she supposed to be able to afford it? I mean, the homes here are so expensive. So making it on your own as a teacher is
Mm,
very difficult. You really need to have two incomes to try to make it because I mean, in my neighborhood, I mean, homes are being sold for $1 million.
yeah.
Believe it or not, I've got two homes down my street. And I live in a regular neighborhood, Janelle. I mean, this is not, and I'm not anywhere near Beverly Hills. Don't think that. But I've got two people that live on my street that own Rolls Royces.
Wow. So is
So
it the same thing like in India where the rich gets richer and poor gets poorer? And
yeah, it seems like that. It seems like it's like there's no middle class. It's like the only reason why it's that we are here is because my husband and I bought a house back in 80, like
got it.
85.
Hmm.
So we have our home and we're here, but everything going on around us is like, so it's tough here. How is it in India? What's it like there?
Just like you, I'm fortunate enough that I have, parents who work really hard and they build up the house. So, like, this apartment is of ours. So, like, we don't have to pay the rent for it. But if we are someone who is paying the rent, then it would be like a challenging task to make the ends meet in today's scenario. So, the thing is same in India as well. And just like your daughter, like even I have a decent job and all the things, but if I go out to buy a house of my own, then I guess it would take a decade or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah, yeah, it's tough here. But teachers, I think teachers going back again, kind of going back to what you were saying, people that go into teaching, they go into it because they want to teach.
hmm,
Uh, but a lot of people substitute teach to make ends meet. If
yeah,
all you have to do is have to have a degree and pass a test, and then you can substitute teach. Now that's basically what people do, I think, when they're retired, just to, for fun, keep things going. But also, I think a lot of people do subbing because it's quick and you get, it's good pay, but it's not going to be enough to buy a home or anything.
yeah. And like in India, we don't have this thing, but in US, like if suppose your 36-year old daughter comes and wants to stay with you, the society will look down on her, right? You have that thing, like you cannot stay with your parents.
Yeah, that's stigma. I mean, she's come home a couple times because things have not worked out where she's been. She's not married right now, so she's single. She's on her own. And yes, but I've told her, I said, Nicole, you can come home and stay with us. But then, you hear it from everybody around you. Oh, don't tell me your daughter's living with you. Oh, and not only that, but she's gotten criticism from her friends
Oh,
and people from her work. If they find out that she's living at home, they've used that against her. So yes,
so
that's
like in India, we don't have this thing. I'm 29 years old, and like no one even, it's a good thing. Like in India, if you stay with your parents, if you look after them, I'm the only child of my parents. So it's my like first and foremost duty to take care of my parents. So we see it in that manner. We don't see it like that, no, your son is living with your something like that.
yes, but and then also too, though, there's been a change in um the type of immigrants that have been coming into our neighborhood. So they've been having, it's a very family-like culture.
Mhm.
So I'm talking about the Armenian culture. So
Okay.
there's a lot of families with like three generations living in one roof. Like across the street from me, they have three generations living across the way. So I mean, so it's changing.
But don't you feel, Laura, like I'm asking this question from financial perspective? If Nicole comes and stays with you, then she's gonna save a lot of money, which she doesn't have to pay, like give to the rent. So it would be helpful, right, for her future as well.
Oh, that would be very helpful for her. Um, it's just a question of like trying to get her to pay, like to contribute, because in the past she's come and stayed with me, and then it's like she's just kind of like living off the fat, do you know what I mean? And not pulling her weight. So there's that other kind of flip side.
Ah,
So
okay.
so I kind of like, there's like this fine line. Like I want her to come and stay here if she needs to, but at the same time I want her to be responsible and contribute.
By the way, yeah, like this entire house right now, as I'm 29 years old, it's on me. Like, yeah, that's it's entirely on me. Like my father, he does his thing, but I have to take the responsibility of this thing. So we do have that thing, yeah. And that,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Well, that's good.
yeah. So that's there. That's right. You are absolutely right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was about to ask you in the context of AI. Like a lot of students now completely rely on AI. So I want to know, is it gonna, hinder their creative thinking, their cognitive skills?
Well, yes and no. A lot of people are very fearful of it, as you know, because it's scary. It's the unknown. Um, but I think that I think it can assist if you know how to set up the foundational, like for example, if you're teaching a class, if you set up rules or the foundational ground rules for that, then I could see how that would, you could guide through it. Like they could say you could use AI for getting ideas, but you can't use AI to write up your report. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm. Got it.
But so that's the thing that we've been seeing. But as long as you don't let it take over. I mean, a lot of people I know are using it to write papers. I know that some students use it and stuff like that. How is it over there in India?
The same thing, like the colleges, institutions, they have to they have to buy a software which can detect AI, the content of AI which is used, and it's usually around 90% AI all the time. Like you said, a lot of students take the aid of AI for writing papers. So like institutes have to buy buy expensive softwares to identify it. And yeah, so thing like gone are the days where students pressurize their mind, they put on that thinking cap, everything is at their fingertips, they can do it using chat gpt, gemini. And
Yes, I agree with you. I That's the same thing here. Yes. Um, I'm, another thing that I can kind of share with you is I'm also working on the national boards. I don't know if you know about that, but that is like the highest honor for teachers. And in it, they have a specific rule where they say, you can't use AI. And if you do use AI, that you have to state it in your application.
okay,
So yeah, so this is a big thing. So yeah, so AI is definitely a topic of it's a hot topic.
definitely area of concern, yeah. And if you have to rate the educational system on a scale of 1 to 10, Laura, of United States of America, how many numbers would you like to give and why?
Well, that's kind of a hard one to do because I would want to compare it to other cultures' educational systems, and I don't know, like
Hmm,
I don't know how it is in India. I don't know how it is in Asia or China or those
got
all
it.
those different things. And it's funny because in every state they they get to choose how they want to do their I mean there's a there's national standards that we go by, but um it depends probably on the district. There's a lot of private schools, like charter schools that are private, and they can do whatever they want. But and a lot of people pay so much money for that, Janelle, and then they're not getting a good education in reality.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think because, a lot of people don't realize that to become a public school teacher like LAUSD, you have to work so hard and go through so many hoops. I mean, we work so hard and we have to complete so many like achievements and get certain credentials, and we have to do like take this and take that, and we have to so I think that we are harder working, we get more. Okay, I'm going to say, I think personally that we work harder because we have so much more that we have to like prove.
Right.
Because you can go to a private school and you don't have to have um, any teaching credential. You have to have is a degree,
Mm,
right? If I'm thinking of like certain places, you don't really have to have a teaching credential there.
right. And for instance, in India, like Laura, if I tell you honestly, a lot of my students, they tell me that whatever they have learned in their universities or colleges is completely irrelevant to real life world. So when they appear for a job or when they go for to do a business, they don't have the required skills or the knowledge because whatever they have learned, it's outdated. So do you have that issue over there in the States where what like the things that are being taught to the students that are not relevant?
Well, what subject or area are you? Can you give
Predominantly
me an example?
from IT field, Laura. A lot of students say that whatever we have learned in colleges, like in terms of IT programming languages, those are futile and compared to the real life demand.
So you're saying, like, for example, if they go into like become an English, like if they major in English or just anything.
No, like let's assume that you are a student who is of computer science or something pursuing computer science. So whatever they learned in their colleges, once they go for looking for a job, they have to do it from the square one. You know, they have to start from the square one because those degrees, those knowledge, sometimes those things are futile. That's not what the job is asking for in their field itself.
When that's interesting. That sounds like it sounds like an issue with the university at that level. It sounds like that's something that has to deal with the university. I have not really heard that.
So, like in your case, like in United States, if a student is has a degree, is it like hundred
Hold on a
percent?
second.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I was asking that if a student has a degree in the United States, does it mean that he or she will have a job?
No. No. Are you kidding? Come on. No, no. I mean, they'll get a job maybe in something, but then they can't get a job in that field. So then they get a job in something else.
Oh, so why is there dearth of this kind of thing, like opportunities, when it comes to like even educated people, they don't have the jobs. What's the thing?
Um, I think it's because there's so much competition out there.
Because
And I think there's a lot of competition.
in India,
And
it's overpopulated, so we feel like a lot of jobs for one position, thousands of people apply for it. But in US, I don't think population is that much. I guess, or is it? Like
what
context of
population?
yeah, like in India, like I guess India has surpassed the population of China. So because of that, if there's one yeah vacancy, a lot of people apply for it. So because of
Um,
uneducated,
no, it's the same here. No, we have, believe it or not, we have a lot of immigrants here. We have a lot of people coming in from all over the world, and it's very, very competitive. They're coming in with their degrees, their experience, and a lot of immigrants are creating their own businesses here.
yeah,
So, that's really great and everything. But yes, it's very, very competitive. I mean, you just drive a car on our roads. I mean, during rush hour here on the freeways, it's like bumper to bumper, and it takes you like 45 minutes to get in, where it would only take you 5 minutes if there's nobody on the road. I mean, it's so crowded here. It's very crowded here.
yeah. I watch a lot of vlogs, and yeah, I feel like kind of pity on you guys because it's there, like you said. A lot of immigrants are there, including Indians. They are everywhere, and a lot of other immigrants are also there. So yeah, I make no bones about it. I know the situation over there, and yeah,
Have you
it's
have
sad.
you have you
that-
been here? Have you been to the US, Janil?
No, I've never been. Do I wish to, like, for traveling purpose, not for like staying over there? But I have a lot of relatives and friends who live over there, so I know,
Oh, okay.
yeah, a lot of things. and like you, I have like a lot of people with whom I'm in touch with. So yeah, like for because of that, I get a lot of knowledge. You know.
It sounds like you're very knowledgeable. You sound like you really know it a lot. Not only that, but I guess political science. So you're seeing very in tune with what's happening out there economically, politically. And your podcasts, your interest in humanitarian, political kind of interest, kind of bringing that in. Is that part of your like your substance? You kind of learned about the cultures
Yeah,
in English?
honestly, yeah, like when I started it, that was for the sake of English language only. Then one thing led to another, and now I feel like, because of this command, or like I have command over English, I can do a lot of things. So why don't I learn other things along with English? So, like, I try to kill two birds with a stone. I interact with people, creative people like you, and not only for the perspective or sake of English, but also to go so my viewers can learn few things about culture as well, about situations in different countries. So
So how will this podcast help your students?
honestly, like if the students are really into English, if they are really into growth mindset, they can get to know a lot of perspective. They can think outside of the box. Like you are sharing about educational system in the United States, they can compare it with Indian system. They can learn a lot of vocabulary out of it. So
Oh,
a lot of things. Yeah.
yeah, and not only that, but a lot of people don't know what an adaptive PE teacher is or a specialist. It's like they're like, what is that?
As I told you honestly, like, can you tell me what PE is and then physical education? And then I got, oh, yeah, got it. So these are kind of things I get to know. And like every person has a story to tell. So I want to listen to the story of that person.
Oh, nice. Well, I appreciate your interest. I hope I gave you a lot of information. Um,
Before you go, Laura, like what piece of life advice would you like to give to the viewers and to me as well, from your, a lot of experience under your wings?
wow. Okay. Well, this is one I always tell my daughters. I always tell them that really make today count. Do your best every day because all your days make tomorrows.
Wow.
Because all your days will make that tomorrow. So you're building up to that. So every day, try to get at least one thing done. Keep chipping away. Don't give up, you
Wow.
know.
Awesome. Laura, I'll ask you if you do you have to go somewhere, like, or can I ask you a few more questions? Because I
Oh,
feel like,
yeah, you can ask me a few more if you
uh,
want.
yeah. So I was about to ask you, like, do you ever feel burnout? Because you are a woman who's doing a lot of things, plethora of things. So do you ever feel burnout, or do you ever feel on the verge of burnout? So what are your coping mechanisms for that, if you feel that?
Oh, um, the only thing that I'm getting burned out on right now is the physical aspect, because like I said, my labrum is torn. It's a very physical job. That's the only thing. And because I'm older, it's very hard on the body, because arthritis creeps in, it's like everything kind of aches. So
Hmm.
that's the only thing that's for me. And I'm planning to retire in a couple of years, so I'm going to move on. But for me, I love this job so much. I'm not burned out. When I was in the regular classroom, I was very stressed out. I was not happy. It's very, very demanding in a regular general education classroom. I would be working until 7 o'clock at night,
Oh,
and then I would get up and have to be work by 7 in the morning. I'd be working during holidays, weekends, and I'd never be, I mean, it was too much, that's being burned out. But with my position, I'm able to manage it so that I have free time. So I can enjoy my weekends and my evenings, but on the other hand, if you ask some of my best buddies who are colleagues, they'll sit there and say, Laura, you're always working. Like like this morning, right? I got up and I was cutting up some pool noodles because my my colleague, she has this great new routine where you're to that song by Justin Bieber called Power. So
Mm,
anyway, what you do is you take the noodles up and then you dance to it. It's like Zumba, like aerobic thing.
yeah.
So I cut all those up this morning before I talked to you, and then I was practicing. So like I'm always interested and always busy in getting things done. Um, but after I retire, because see, I have all these goals. I want to like after I retire in a couple of years, I want to work at the university level. I'd like to help future APE teachers or that. So I'm interested. I'm gonna because I have my master's, so I'll probably do that. And then also my book. I'm right now. My book is in the copyright office in Washington, D.C., because I'm trying to get it copyright written legally so that I can try to get it adapted to film. So I'm going to be looking for some screenwriters for that.
Oh, okay. This one, Mrs. White Subsnips. Is that the one?
Yeah, Mrs. White Subsnips.
How did you come up with the name of it, and how did you come up with the concept of writing a book, Laura, in the first place?
Well, I had a lot of bad experiences. I mean, really, really horrible. So I was like, how can I want to share the world about it. I want to tell them what happened to me, but I want to do it in a funny way, in a relatable way. So I did it through cartoons. And I hired this gal who is she got her, actually, I think she had a master's in cartoon drawing. So
Okay.
she and her mom was a teacher and she's a teacher. So she was able to take my ideas and transform them into things. If you look behind me,
Yeah.
if
Although it's
you look
yeah,
behind me, I've
very,
got a couple of posters.
yeah. I was about to ask you, it's a lot of creative things hanging on.
See? Can you see,
Okay,
Janelle?
got it. Yeah, got it, got it. Wait, yeah, Subsnips. Wow, awesome.
So, Mrs. White, that's my name. I go by Coach White or Mrs. White. And sub snips is just like substitute teaching and little snips, like little tiny snapshots of things that happened in real life to me. So that's really fun.
Interesting. It's on. Okay, got it. So, okay, wow. And what are some of your personal rules, Laura, that you never break in life in general, as a kind of a part of big part of your personality?
Well, I have very strong work ethics.
Yeah.
I have very, very strong work ethics. I never miss a day, Janelle.
Wow.
I'm always there at work. Even if I've got a cough or I'm sick, I go. I just can't miss it. One time I hurt my foot packing equipment into my car and my foot twisted and I had to get workman's comp. But you know what? The doctor was like, "Oh, well, no, you should take like a month off and all this." And I said, "No, I'm going to go back to work on Monday." I think it was like Friday. And I said, "No, no, no." So I put ice on it and I was fine. I went back to work on Monday. I mean, it's like they try to milk the system, with workman's comp. So, but I went. Also, another thing that I do is I never like to do anything that's wrong. I don't know how to explain that. Like I don't like to lie. I,
Yes.
I'm I'm not someone, I do not like to lie. I do not, and I'm very honest, and I always try to do the right thing. And I
So
don't
I recently learned, Laura, I guess it can resonate to you. Scrupulous. You are a scrupulous person.
scruples. I have scruples.
Scrupulous? Okay.
Scruples. SCRUP, and I forget if it's LES or ELS, but it's
This one.
scruples.
This one. Scrupulous. Scrupulous. This one. Am I using the words that even native speakers don't use?
Well, in scruples is probably most used.
Okay, got it. This one I
And scruples would be like scruples, SCRUPLES, are moral or ethical considerations that act as a restraining force,
think
causing hesitation or guilt when a person contemplates doing something they feel is wrong.
I
So
guess
I
that's the shorter form of this one, scrupulous.
probably, we don't usually use that word though, but that's a
Got,
very formal, that's a formal word. Yeah.
got it. Makes sense. Wow. Well, in context of work, like we are two peas in a pod, Laura, because you won't believe this. Like my friends were calling me, and I told them that I have a podcast to make, so we won't be gallivanting today. So for my like for the sake, I was really excited to meet you. That I told my friend that we're gonna catch up tomorrow or next week. So that
Ah,
for me, like this thing, like I cannot tell you in words. You literally made my day, and talking to you like feels like I know a person like for years. It feels like the vibes that you are getting, like I'm getting from you. It feels like we have known each other for years. So it's really awesome.
oh, that's nice. Thank you. Yes. And I'm sorry about the misunderstanding about the time. I thought you meant
No, no.
11 a.m. actually, and I kept wondering why I wasn't seeing the link, but then you said, "Are you ready?" So
Yeah,
whatever.
mm,
It's hard to communicate over text, Janelle.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, true. You were
So, but
15 minutes only, but I was feeling like, yeah, only 15 minutes. It was 11, like 15 or something, but PM, yeah. There's pitch dark. And you see, like outside of my, it's really dark.
Um, I don't know. I thought that was a closet. Is that a closet?
It's a window. It's a window. And
That's a window?
there's also like yoga pictures. Let me show it to you.
Oh, I see.
Like, so I'm really into yoga, as I was telling you.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
And apart from that,
You wait.
there's this pull-up bar over there.
Okay.
Yeah. And few motivation like Sylvester Stallone. And
I like him too.
yeah, and yeah, these are like barbells.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
you work out.
yes, like day in, day out, every day, usually.
Well, that's great because my husband and I are members of a fitness club. We go to a club.
Okay.
We work out. Well, my husband I what's the word? I support let's see. I sponsor him. I sponsor him to get healthier and stronger. So he has a fitness trainer, thanks to me, and he goes to the fitness trainer uh 2 or 3 times a week, and he works on that. So that's my contribution, try to help him to stay in shape.
Wow.
It's so important to stay in shape.
Health is wealth. And speaking of fitness trainers, Laura, like, is fitness like people who are into fitness or people who are yoga teachers like me, are they in demand? Like, is it a good career option in the United States?
Usually people do, yes, if you have enough following, you can make a living from it. but it's usually something that's combined with something else, like you know how you are,
Mhm.
because yoga, because we do actually in my program, I actually do what's called body poetry poses. Wait, I want to show you the cards. Hold on.
Oh,
So
God. Yeah.
I do this with my students. I do it at the end for a body poetry cool down, and this is actually was given to me by the district for as a pilot program, and I've been using it for 11 years. I do this with all the grade levels. So, a lot of the ones that you were showing, see how they have kids?
Yeah.
They have kids doing it. And there's a rocket ship. Have you seen this before?
No, I've not seen things like this. No.
Yeah, and this is the airplane.
Okay.
Okay. And then we go right into the slide. See? And then we go into the ironing board pose. And I always talk about the huddle of the football players, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then we do the rings, which is an up and down balance. And I always talk about how you can work with a partner because California's PE state standards say that you can work as a team to balance, which is very important. And then the forward balance on the other side called the sprinkler. They have different names, but this is what they
Mm.
call it.
Yeah.
The scooter
Yeah.
or the triangle.
Fine.
We call it the scooter. And then,
Flower.
all these kinds of things. So I do this with them. And I repeat it because I work with students who have autism and, students that are cognitively impaired. We have students that have visual impairments. They can't see very well or hearing or, um, well, like, uh, speech and language, I would probably say I have some students that are nonverbal at all. They don't speak. So when I do these kinds of activities every single time, they know it. They get to know it. And it's very important for them that I do the same thing every time because routine is so important to these students. They love everything the same.
Okay. And do they enjoy it? Like as you are saying that they love it. A lot of students they don't like to do something physically. So do they enjoy it?
Yes. They love it, and I always play music. So I have like these I play musical spa on Spotify. And so has very nice music. And I always say we're now going into mindfulness. So we're going to be transitioning from this activity until going back into your classroom. And so we do this to calm down. So we do a warm up first, we do our activity, and then we do our body poetry. So that I'm sure you can relate with that. How
Definitely.
much time do you spend on practicing yoga every day for yourself?
That would be somewhere around one hour to 1.5 hour, or like if it is weekend, then 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you look like you're in shape. Are you tired?
No, not at all.
Are you no, no, I mean because it's so late there in India.
I can do this all night. Yeah, when it,
Well, I'm just saying because it's 11 o'clock or no, it's almost midnight there, right?
it's yeah, it is. But the thing is, today is Saturday, so I didn't have that much of work. Saturdays I don't have that many classes to take. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm kind of greedy when I meet nice and creative people. So I wanna, extract as much knowledge as possible. So that's what I do.
That's what you're doing, huh? You're picking my brain, Janelle. So
And
so
what piece of advice would you like to give to the parents, Laura? We talked a lot about children, but for the parents who are watching this, if they have like a child of somewhere in the fifth grade or seventh grade, what should they be doing?
Are these parents of typically developing students or non-typical developing students?
For yeah, developing students, yeah, typically
Yeah, like those that are in special that have special needs or those in
regular students, yeah.
regular. Okay. I would say to try to enforce in them self-efficacy, that feeling inside of them that they can do it. That's the biggest thing that we as providers in our field, we're trying to get the student to stand on their own 2 feet and to believe in themselves. And if things go bad or things get hard, to know that they can do it. They just have to hang in there and believe in themselves, because a lot of these kids, they go, I can't do it, I can't do it, and they cry and they give up. Especially those from COVID, it's like they're real whiny.
Yeah.
So, and we see that even at the middle school and in the high school level. It's like they just feel like everything needs to be given to them, handed over to them, and that, it's that sense of entitlement. So
Mm,
they have to learn that they have make sure they have the knowledge and the tools. And I think, as you know, someone who loves education as much as I do, that knowledge is power. And that's something I've pushed with my daughters. Both my daughters are very artistic. And I've told my daughters back it with science. And so both of them are in science. One, my daughter Nicole, she's a health and safety engineer for
that's it.
Timet. That's a Warren Buffett company, and she works entirely mostly with men. It's very difficult, but she's very good at what she does. Then my other daughter, Katie, she's working in quality control, which is, and she has her MBA, and her degrees in biology and chemistry and stuff like that. So she works on that end, but they're in that same realm. So if you can, tell parents, hey, back up their love of art with science,
Mm,
and make sure that they understand that they have to work hard for what they want. It's not going to be given to them.
yeah,
It's not, we're not going to give it to you. I'm sorry,
mm,
because
definitely.
life doesn't work that way.
Yeah, life is not. Don't expect life to be fair. That's one of my mantras.
Is that one of yours?
Yeah, don't expect life and people to be fair. That's I've written in
Right.
the book. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So,
The last but not the least, for Katie and for Nicole, if you're watching this, if your mom will be sharing this podcast with you, and if you want to join in, four of us can have a conversation together.
okay. That sounds great.
Yeah, I would love to have them over here and have a kind of like, conversation, just like we
Oh, that would be, yeah, that's great. Boy, I tell you, especially with Nicole being over in uh
Los Angeles,
uh,
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. She's in Henderson, which is right next to, she's like there. Las Vegas is there. You can actually see the skyline of Las Vegas from her, like the parking lot where she is. There's a park and you can see it, and it's just like this huge, it looks really pretty at night. We
Oh,
went to go see, like you can see the what's that, the globe, that big huge thing in Las Vegas where they have the Wizard of Oz.
mm,
um
there's also a
it's one of
hotel there, right? The one where was the Caesar Hotel or something?
well, that's we went to the dome. We went to the dome. It's that big huge round one. It's
Okay.
like a movie theater, but it's interactive. So right now it's Wizard of Oz. So
Oh,
that's the big thing. We went to that, but you can see that from her where she lives. So it's right there.
Nice, awesome. So yeah, if they're ready for it, if they are, if they want to do it, I would love to have three of you together, mother
Oh,
and
that would be cool.
yeah. All right, Laura, thank you for your time. I can't say thank you to you enough because you've given me a lot of precious time of yours. But thank you. It means a lot to me and for my viewers. And we're gonna catch up soon, I guess, in the future.
Okay, well, thank you, Janelle. Take
Bye.
care of yourself, okay? All
Bye.
right, bye.